Hey team, how you doing? Welcome back. Live Q&A day 5. Here, I have something honestly really exciting to tell you. Natalie, I don't have any champagne. No, I mean, what's happening here? No, I don't want water. I want champagne. She's left me without champagne, for God's sake. How are you guys? Good to see you. It's so funny because Natalie is my gorgeous PA, very overqualified PA in fairness, but she's it's funny. Anyone who's super important in the company starts as my PA. No, it's not true. Everyone's important in the company, but like the most important job in the company and where you learn the most is as my PA. So Natalie has come in as my PA, and it's going to be taking over Only Fitness whenever it launches, and I'm like, Natalie! I was like, there she is. There's the gorgeous Natalie with my champagne. So I was just telling him however, you do not look terrible. This is what she always says. The first thing she goes, I have no makeup on. I'm like, I don't care that you have no makeup on. Like, seriously, still a bit of work to do, our Natalie. Still a bit of work to do.
Lots of my list.
So, anyway, guys, we've just been having a total party here, honestly, for the afternoon. I am drinking champagne. We actually had to send my housekeeper Lorraine out for some to go and get. Well, if I put that in there, will that overflow? Oh, no, I'll take a wee sip. Cheers to you guys. Cheers to everybody who has joined the 4-week Shredded Body Challenge. We have sold 435 programs in the first 2.5 hours. 435 places gone. There are only 2,000 at this rate. We are literally selling out in the first 24 hours. So cheers to that. Sláinte. Heather is saying sláinte. Cheers to you guys. Cheers to every single one of you who has purchased. If you've already purchased and you're showing up again here this afternoon, I am telling you, Overachiever Award goes to you, because we have just honestly, see, after the last live, the energy in this office was just electric. Like, we were hugging and we were popping champagne and screaming and jumping up and down. We just honestly couldn't believe the energy of the group. It was just electrifying. And if you didn't watch live last time, I honestly shed a few tears. I just got so emotional. This week it's been so emotional for me. You've no idea. I just teaching this material. Let me just put my phone on do not disturb. Teaching this material is my favorite thing in the world to do. And I was telling everybody earlier, I'm just going to talk a minute while everybody gets on. And by the way, at the end of this Q&A, I'm going to give away 3 1-to-1 Zoom calls, 3 1-to-1 spaces with me, Laura, and Mark Getty. So you're going to have a chance at the end of the Q&A just to celebrate the program opening. I'm going to choose somebody who's here and who's left a comment to win a 1-to-1 session on Zoom with either me or with Laura or with Mark Getty. So you need to stay to the end to be with a chance of winning that. We gave 3 away on the last live. We're giving 3 away here. But I was so emotional on the last call. I actually started to cry because this week has been so emotional for me. And I'll tell you why, because the stuff that I've been teaching you guys is very, and if you watched earlier and you heard me talk about this, I apologize if this is a recap, but the stuff that I'm teaching you, it's not easy. I know it's nice to listen to and it's easy to listen to, and you guys have loved it. And for you, it seems easy because you're the kind of person, you watching this, whoever you are, in your living room, on your treadmill, driving in your car, whoever you are listening to this, it's not easy to do this work. The stuff that I'm teaching here this week, even though I've used fitness as a platform to teach what I'm teaching, it takes a very, very special kind of person to be able to accept what I'm teaching and absorb it. Because what I'm actually asking you to do is to take responsibility for your life and for your choices. I'm teaching you to look at where you've made choices that have brought you to where you are. I'm asking you to stop victimizing yourself. I'm asking you to look at reality in a way you've never looked at it before, potentially. And I'm asking you to really dig deep into why you're stopping yourself from achieving your goals. And most people who hear this kind of information and get taught this information are resistant to it, because most people just genuinely don't want to take responsibility. They don't want to look at how they're responsible for creating both the positive things and the negative things in their life. We're all very happy to take responsibility for the positive things in our life that we have created, but very few of us want to take responsibility for the negative things. We want to blame us not having enough time, or we had too many kids, or we've had to take care of a relative, or we don't have a husband that's supportive, or we just, our kitchen's too small, or we don't have the money, or, there's always an excuse, right? And I am the queen of excuses. That's why I can teach this material so well, because until I was 37 years of age, when I decided to build my business and build my body, I was the queen of excuses for why I couldn't have what I wanted. And so many of you have said in the group, and I've seen it this week, loads of you have said, oh, my microphone's so far away. Sorry. Did I sound like I was on Mars? Apologies. I've had too much champagne. Cheers for those of you who are just joining. Let me just check my settings and make sure it's actually on my microphone. Might not be. Yes, it is. Okay. So loads of you, I can't even remember what I was saying now. Loads of you have said this week that, you've really shown up for yourselves, and you've really learned an enormous amount this week. And you've really grabbed the bull by the horns and looked at where you're responsible for creating everything in your lives, the negative and the positive. And it's time to stop buying into the excuses for why you can't have what you want. And I'm not even saying that you need to move forward, or you need to choose a program, or you need to join the 4-week Shredded Body Challenge. Like I was telling those of you who have just joined, we've sold 435 programs as of 5 minutes ago. I'm sure it's probably more than that. So loads of you have decided to jump into, the next step of your lives. Loads of you aren't going to be able to afford it, or it's not going to be within your budget, or you don't have the time right now, or for whatever reason, it's not going to work for you. And that's totally okay. But even the fact that you've shown up here and you've made the commitment to doing this work, I can't tell you how hard it is. It may seem easy for you. Genuinely, it may seem easy for you, but you have no idea the amount of people that I've introduced to this way of life and this way of thinking and really taking responsibility that have been completely and utterly resistant to it. Most people don't want to take responsibility. They don't want to look at where they're responsible because they're so terrified of failure. And the reason why I understand you so well is because I was you. I am you. Loads of you have said, oh, I feel like Kim is speaking to me. I feel like, she understands my soul. I feel like she has looked inside me, and she's, speaking to everything I've been struggling with. Well, the only reason why I can do that is because I too have struggled. I'm not speaking from hypotheticals here. I'm speaking from experience. Everything you have gone through, I have gone through, and I go through on a daily basis. And I have introduced this way of thinking, like I said, to the hundreds of thousands of women, and 90% of people are just resistant to it. And they're resistant to it because it's hard. Because taking responsibility is hard. So you might think that you're a failure, and you might think that you haven't been able to show up for yourself or do the hard thing or whatever. And maybe in times you have failed yourself, but none of that actually matters. Because what really matters is that you have the mindset to succeed. Because genuinely, if you are open to change and you are willing and open to embrace something new, and your mind says that you can do hard things, right? And you have that openness within you, you can train your body to do anything. It all starts within here. That's why I decided to create a mindset group, a mindset and motivation group, rather than just a follow the plan fitness group. I could have created a, create your 4-week fat loss plan in 5 days program. And that would have given you a specific program to follow, but that wouldn't have actually helped you achieve your goals, because what many of you were missing was the mindset part. And hopefully now, after 5 days, you feel like you can move forward with a more positive mindset, with more information about who you are and why you do what you do. That is what I've really strived for these last few days. And I think that to a certain extent, I've achieved it with you. And I've been genuinely overwhelmed, inspired. There's so many adjectives. I can't even think of them to describe how I felt this week, but I've gone through all of the emotions, and I've gone through all of them with you, and I've seen your struggles, and I've read your posts, and I have tried on your hardships. And every single day I lead such a blessed life. I've worked for a very blessed life. And then I read the struggles that you guys write inside the Facebook group, and the things that you have to go through every single day just to feed your families and look after yourselves and carve time for yourselves. And I am genuinely in awe of the fact that you even make it outside the house, never mind make it to the gym, with some of the stuff that you guys have going on. Single parents, single incomes, abusive husbands, abusive relationships, cancer, autoimmune diseases, double broken arms, shoulder injuries, leg injuries, operations. I look at this group of 27,000 warrior women. And all my excuses for why I can't ever achieve what I want in my life just melt away, because genuinely, I do not have hardships compared to what the stories that I see in this group. My hardships are nothing compared to what I see you women go through. So anytime you are doubting yourselves, anytime you wonder if you're strong enough or good enough or brave enough, or you have the urge to beat yourself up for not being where you want to be, I genuinely want you to stop. And I want you to look at what you have achieved in your life despite your limitations, because it truly is awesome. It's awe inspiring. It genuinely is awe inspiring. And it drives me every single day on to do what I do. And I couldn't do what I do without you. That is the honest to God's truth. You inspire me. You might think that I inspire you, but I can promise you, you inspire me more than I inspire you. So please know that every single one of you, I read all of your posts, all of your comments. You see how much I respond individually to everybody. Like, that's me. That's not like someone in my team logged into my Facebook account. Like, that's genuinely me. So I just want to say thank you before we get started on the questions. I just want to genuinely say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for showing up for yourselves. And I'm going to raise a glass to you before we start. Just for anyone who's joined, I'm going to give away 3 one-to-one Q&A sessions at the end. I want everybody to know that, but I'm going to raise a glass to you with wee strawberry in it, wee glass of champagne. I'm going to take a sip. That was more like a glug than a sip, wasn't it? Never been known to sip champagne, I have to say. I'm more of a glugger, but I'm raising a glass to each and every one of you. I told you there was going to be champagne today. There absolutely has been champagne. There's been a party. Maya in customer service, and Maya behind me in the office behind me. It's her birthday today, so we've been celebrating her birthday as well as everything else, and just celebrating you guys in an absolutely epic, epic, epic day for women everywhere. Is that too big to say? It's an epic day for women everywhere, but I genuinely feel that it is. Like, you've no idea. Okay, so what are your questions? Hit me with your questions. I want to answer your questions. Do you have questions about bodybuilding, fitness, mindset? Do you have questions about the program? I'm going to be, just while I give you a chance to be able to, actually, there's a question here, so I'm going to put this up. At the end of this, I can see there's 222 people on now, all the twos. Someone who's spiritual, tell me what that means. 222. That's bound to mean something. Someone who's spiritual, tell me what 222 means. So at the end of this, I'm going to give away 3 one-to-one sessions. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the commenters. I'm just going to scroll up and down the commenting, and I'm going to just randomly shout out. I'm going to tell the team to stop, and whoever's name is at the top, that person is going to win a one-to-one Zoom session with either me or Laura Hutchinson or Mark Eddy. I'm also at the end of this, and I apologize if you did already see it earlier, but and actually let me know in the comments who here was here earlier and is here to get a question asked, and who here is brand new. I want to kind of get a gauge of who didn't attend the session earlier and who did attend, because earlier I opened the extreme body makeover. My head's fried. I opened the 4-week shredded body program. We have sold, it was 435 at the start of this live. I'm sure it's far more than that now. We were capped at 2,000. I want to make sure that all of you guys in this challenge get in first and you get first dibs. So what I'm going to do at the end of this Q&A is I'm going to go through the program again. I'm going to just show you guys what's inside the program so you can make an informed decision as to whether it's for you or not. I want to answer the questions live. So if you have questions about the program, ask them here now. If you don't want to stay for the presentation of the program again at the end, then you absolutely do not have to. But hit me up with your questions now. But if you do want to win the one-to-one sessions with either me, Laura, or Mark, you do have to stay to the end, because that unfortunately is when it's going to happen. So let me take a few questions here, and then I want you to also let me know in the comments. And team, if you can kind of look at the comments and take my team role here watching this, if you can look at the comments and just give me a rough idea as how many people are repeat from earlier and how many people are new, that will help me gauge as to how long to spend on the presentation. Okay, are you able to give a rough idea of the daily time commitment if we were all in 100% to follow the optimum recommendations? Great question. Okay, so for the 4-week shredded body, I think Laura will have to confirm with me. I think it is a 5-day gym training, but it might be 6. Laura, can you confirm? Is it 5 or 6? Laura, shout to me, 5 or 6? Can't remember. I'll let her shout to me. She's saying 6. 6 days gym training, one day. Thanks, girls. So 1 day rest from the program. We have an amazing intercom system here. We just shout to each other. 6 days gym training, and there's 7 days of cardio because you've only got 4 weeks to achieve an epic result. So the recommendation for cardio is 2 hours a day. So it's an hour in the morning and an hour in the evening, with 1 hour's training fit in somewhere there as well. It's low intensity, steady state cardio. So it's walking or walking on a treadmill or climbing on a Stairmaster, or walking outside. It's not really high intensity cardio. So for somebody who wants to get the optimum maximum results, which somebody could easily lose 20 to 25 pounds of body fat in 4 weeks. I'm going to show you some photos in a minute. It's been done many times before. So that would be the optimum that we would recommend. But because this is a week-to-week program, we've structured it in such a way that somebody could go balls to the walls for like 1 week and give it their all and do all of the cardio, all of the training, and enter the competition for that week. And then next week, if they have something going on, they can ease off a bit. Even if you do 1 week full, 1 week 50%, 1 week 75%, another week 30%, you're still going to get epic results. So this program is designed to be more of a week-to-week commitment rather than a 4-week commitment. But we also have another $10,000 at the very end of the program for anyone who does show up for the full 4 weeks and enters their photos for the final transformation, the final 4-week transformation. Okay, this is a great one. Nikki is saying, for those of us who have joined the challenge, what would the recommendation for our nutrition and training between now and the start? Just keep it normal. Don't change anything. If you want, you can start to familiarize yourself with the exercises. Choose whatever training program you're going to do, because we give obviously gym, home gym, training at home with just resistance bands. And then we also have an injury program, a knee injury program for those people who can't squat. And Laura is in the process of creating a shoulder injury program because we realize a lot of people have shoulder injuries. So we're also giving that as well. You get all 5 programs when you purchase the 4-week program. And all I would do for now is just familiarize yourself with everything. Don't change your training. Don't change your workouts. Don't change your eating. Just eat normally and start to familiarize yourself with everything in the program. That's exactly what I would do. Okay. Oh, I love this. Day 3 labeling was epic for me. I've been calling myself a failure. I know I have failures, but I am not a failure. This is the first time I could hear and take this in. So you had an integration. I love that. Absolutely and utterly love that. Okay, let me see. So Mandy is saying, I have purchased this. Yay, Mandy. My question is, I'm coming off Extreme Body Makeover and I'm going back into a build as I would like to compete on stage next year. So I won't be shredding, but I will be reverse dieting. Would this type of transformation be qualified for the challenge, assuming I'm still building muscle and burning fat? For sure. For sure, Mandy. Like, you know Mark Getty, right? Mark loves it when he sees people who have built muscle. Every time we do a challenge, Mark will always, I'll go, but look at this person, Mark. They've lost so much weight. And he'll say, but look at this person. Look at their lats. Look at their quads. Look at their glutes. Like, look how much muscle they've built. Mark so wants to reward people for building muscle much more than burning fat because it's so hard and it speaks to his soul. So it's the biggest transformation. So if we see that over 4 weeks, you have like transformed and built your lats and built your legs, and don't forget, after EBM, you're just coming off a shred, your body is going to be soaking up all the calories. We always say you look better 1 week after a shred, 1 week after a show, you look the best you've ever looked in your entire life. So you actually have an epic chance to win the first week prize if you're just coming off a shred, because your body will look epic after 1 week. So it's the biggest transformation in 1 week. It's not the biggest fat loss. That's a great question. Okay. Creatine causing hair loss. I've never heard of creatine causing hair loss. Creatine creates a lot of confusion in the groups. I see a lot of women saying, should I take creatine? It causes bloating. Should I take creatine? It causes hair loss. Well, this is the first time I've seen the hair loss. I've never had an issue with creatine. I've never known anyone personally who has an issue with creatine. I genuinely don't know where the creatine panic comes from, but we have a lot of creatine panic in the group. I've honestly never heard of creatine creating hair loss. So I would love to be able to comment on this, but I'm sorry, I really can't. All righty. What else have we got going? Chris Fox is saying she loved seeing me cry this morning in a really nice way. I really was just so overwhelmed. Honestly, I had to keep choking back tears the whole time, even after the live. I was honestly, so emotional. Right. I'm looking through all of your questions. I love all these things coming up. Kimberly saying it was easy to listen to, but not easy to follow through. I will be taking responsibility over the next 6 weeks. Kimberly, I believe you, and I am going to help you with this. I absolutely love that you said that. Okay, I love this as well. Sheila saying, I'm doing this with attitude, both inner and physical. As a serial purchaser, this week has made such a difference to connect with my why. I am so happy with this, Sheila, because this is why I created this week. I just saw it was the one thing that was missing. It's the one thing that was missing from people's arsenal is they just kept showing up and showing up, but not following through. And I had to figure out why they weren't following through. And I love that this really helped you. Minnie, I've been paying for something that can help me upgrade some of the I've been praying for something that can help me upgrade some of the toughest parts of my life. And this has shown me TSV is where it's at. I just didn't see it before. What a wild ride. Mwah. Minnie, I love you. You've shown up for yourself every single day this week. I've seen you being constantly commenting and totally, involved in the groups and really giving your best self. And I've been so proud of the effort that you've put in. So thank you for showing up for yourself first and foremost. And thank you for showing up for me, because honestly, it is the way it's just what drives me forward to keep doing what I'm doing. It's like a wee energy exchange. You drive me, I drive you, you drive me, I drive you. We need each other. It's an interdependent relationship. Genuinely love this. Okay, you guys are all just telling me like I love that Destiny put question here, right? Okay, great. You're all just telling me how much you love it. Question: you called me out of my body dysmorphia in one of my posts. How do we start working to pull through that? So Destiny posted a picture of herself, and I thought it was her body goal, but it was actually herself now. And it said, I know I've put on some body fat, so this has been difficult to post, or this has been difficult to take this picture. And I was like, body fat? Where's the body fat? Like I was like, oh, maybe this is her after picture and she doesn't want to post her before picture with the body fat. Cause like I can't see any body fat. Like all I could see was quad lines, ab lines, like, and then I wrote, is this your after picture? And she wrote back, yes, it is. I know I put on some body fat. I was like, okay, clearly girl, you have body dysmorphia because like you're actually leaner than me at the minute. Not that that's like something to aim for, to be leaner than me, but the thing about it is, right, many of us, I suffered from this for many, many, many years. I'll tell you a quick story. I remember my mum broke her leg really badly years ago, came off a horse, a lorry crashed into her, came off a horse, she completely smashed her kneecap. And she was in a thigh to foot cast, like with a hinge in the middle for months and months and months. So not only was I at university trying to study, stroke party, stroke take drugs, because that's all I did in university. And I had two horses at home that I was competing, and I was I working as well? I was working part-time as well. I then had to look after the house and my mum and the shopping and the cleaning. And I literally worked and worked and worked and worked and worked from the minute I got up to the minute I went to bed. I never stopped working. I think I was about 19 or 20 at the time, maybe 20. And it was genuinely one of the toughest times of my life. And I lost so much weight. I didn't mean to. I just couldn't eat enough calories to keep up with what I was burning. And I went down to almost a size 4, UK size 4. That's an American size 0. And I'm 5'8". So I'm tall. So that is really, really, really skinny for me. But I secretly loved being that skinny. I genuinely loved it because I did suffer a little bit from body dysmorphia, because I don't think that you can ever truly see yourself as you are. So I remember, and I remember putting on like a trouser suit, a pantsuit that I had once, and it was like a shiny black material, and it was a size 8, a UK size 8, which is an American size 4. And I remember putting it on to go out to an event one night, and my sister dropped me off, and I remember thinking, why are these pants like so loose on me? Everything was so loose. And I remember walking away from the car, and Kerry said afterwards that she watched me walk away from the car to go into this hotel where this event was. And she said she actually cried as she watched me walk away because I was so emaciated. And so everyone else around me was worried about me because I was so emaciated. And I was so happy that I was the thinnest that I have ever been in my life. We have this weird, warped relationship with being thin. And whenever I was younger, there was a lot of fat shaming went on in my family because, my grandma had like a real, thing against, people who were overweight. She had a real rule for herself that being overweight was not good. And so she used to punish it in herself. And so she punished it in others. She passed it on to my dad. So my dad did a lot of fat shaming whenever he was, younger, and whenever we were younger. And so I grew up believing that any excess body fat was not good. And this is just stuff that's passed down to us by our parents without them even knowing, without us even knowing. And so I had this real link with skinny is good. And I used to say things like, that it was either Audrey Hepburn or Kate Moss first said, food never tasted as good as skinny feels. And I really did believe that. And I remember once standing in I was at a party one night and I was in the kitchen and I had started to kind of eat normally again. I wasn't just as busy. My mum was getting better. And so my body had started to put on just a little bit of body fat again. And I was probably up to a size between a UK 6 and 8, okay, which is between a 2 and a 4 in American sizes. And I think it was about a size 6, about a 4 American size. And which I actually think is a 10 in Australian size. Why can we not just have one universal dress size? So anyway, I was standing in the kitchen of my boyfriend's house at the time, and I remember his sister, who was quite a big girl. She was quite overweight. I remember her saying to me, "Oh my God, you are so like, look, there's more meat in a butcher's pencil," which is a very Irish thing to say. There's more meat in a butcher's pencil. And I remember saying, "Oh my God, no, like I've put on some body fat." And I remember pinching my middle, and she was like, "Where?" And I went, "No, I really have here." And I started like pinching my stomach, and I could maybe pinch like the tiniest little bit of skin. And I was really conscious of the fact that I had put on body fat. And I honestly thought that people were going to judge me because I was judging me. And I remember her laughing at me. And I remember being quite upset about it and thinking, well, you don't know how this feels. Of course she did. She would struggle with her weight her whole life. But I remember thinking, I have put on body fat and feeling quite defensive because I genuinely thought I had put on body fat. I look back at those photos now and how emaciated I was. And I genuinely can't believe that I thought that there was a problem. And I look back at photos of me when I was competing in 2018. I was about 8% body fat. I had veins running all over me. I had striations and veins. I was emaciated. I had like my cheekbones were shredded. I was so low in body fat and I still worried every single day that I wasn't lean enough. I woke up every day, I pinched my stomach. I was like pinching fat. I was like pinching my bum. Oh, why will this stubborn fat not move on my thighs? And I could not see what everyone else could see, which was my family were worried about me. I had lost so much body fat and I looked amazing on stage, but I did look very, very, very emaciated in real life. I think that we lose perspective sometimes. And there is a way. Yes, I have done a lot of work over the years on my body image and I'm a work in progress. And I don't really have any, I guess, concrete advice, except that sometimes the best way to tackle your fears is to face them head on. And I think when I really started overcoming my body dysmorphia and my fear of getting fat was when I started to push to be a bikini athlete. So whenever I set a goal to stand on stage, like Curtis, my first trainer, who's Laura's ex-husband, he would say to me, right, leg day's finished, go and eat as much as you possibly can. And I was like, really? He was like, yeah, like anything you can, like, like burgers, chips, pizza, cheesecake, vegan cheesecake, whatever you can eat. I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? And I used to go home and stuff as much food into me as I possibly could because I wanted to feed the muscle gains. I did start to put on body fat. And just before I started dieting for my show in December 2017, I was the heaviest that I had been in a long time. Now, I wasn't huge, but I was a solid UK size 10, which is not huge at all. Okay. Not huge at all, but it was more body fat than I had ever carried because I had been eating 1,200 calories a day up until I started training as a bikini athlete because food never tasted as good as skinny feels. So I was used to starving myself. I was proud of the fact that I felt hungry every day. But working towards a goal got me out of the dysmorphia mindset because suddenly the goal was bigger than my body feeling. So remember we were talking earlier about how most of us choose what feels good now over a longer term goal. That's why it's so important to set a longer term goal. Because when your coach says to you, Kim, you have to eat. So every day I went to the gym, Curtis used to say to me, the first thing he said, what have you eaten today? And I used to go, oh, I've only had a protein shake. He's like, Kim, it's 2 p.m. How can you only have had a protein shake by 2 p.m.? Like he used to get so cross with me. He used to be like, you have to eat. So he kept drumming it into me. And I very quickly began to realize, shit, if I want to build muscle, I have to eat. Because if I don't eat, my body is going to take all of the food that I'm eating and it's going to stick it into fat store because it's being perpetually starved. So once I set a goal of standing on stage and I realized, okay, what is necessary to build muscle? Heavy weights, lots of food, and sleep. Then I focused because I didn't have body fat to lose. So I focused on heavy weights, lots of sleep, and lots of food. And so that is the only thing that ever really helped me overcome my body dysmorphia. And as I got fatter, it was hard to look at myself with excess body fat, but I knew why I was doing it and I knew the shred was coming. So the fear is just a lack of data. I've taught this over the last few days. Whenever you have a lot of fear, it's usually because there's not a lot of data. You've probably never been overweight, or you probably never, you know, you put on a little bit of body fat and then shredded down to stage athlete proportions. The first time you ever do a stage athlete style shred, it's terrifying because you have zero data. You're like, will I be lean? Will I not? Will I be lean enough? How lean will I get? Anyone in Extreme Body Makeover has gone through this now, these last 12 weeks. They are terrified because they don't know what to expect. But then once you've done it once and twice and 3 times and 4 times, you have a lot of consistent data. So data takes away the fear. So you have to figure out what's your fear and then set a goal and then work towards that goal. And that wipes out all the fear because you get consistent data over time. And that is the only thing that I know will ever cure body dysmorphia. All righty. I love stuff like this. I'm so stoked. I'm going to be fucking ripped for my 20-year high school reunion here. I think about this all the time, right? So I left school in 1997 and we were talking about doing some kind of 20-year reunion. I think it was in 2017, but it never happened. So I'm now thinking, I'm an organizer. I'm thinking in 2027, will I organize like a 30-year, would that be 30 years? Yeah, I think so. 30-year like high school reunion. And then I was like, I know I'm going to look better than 99% of the people who are there just because of the lifestyle that I lead. And there's something very sweet about knowing you're going to walk into your 30-year high school reunion looking shit hot. So I think that's a really good goal. The more vain the goal is, the better. Okay. What else? What else have we got here? What else have we got? You guys are just writing. I love that you wrote question. Okay. Anyone who has a question, do this. Write question because then it catches my attention. We have 2 weeks to prep for this. What would be your advice in prepping for the 4 weeks when it starts? Read the nutrition plans. Choose the nutrition plan that you're going to do. We have gluten-free, soy-free, too much thumb pain. Take another wee drink. Why get sober when you could be pissed all afternoon? We have gluten-free, soy-free, vegan, and non-vegan meal plans. Choose your meal plans and get familiar. Or if you want to calculate your own macros, we have that in the PDF as well. You can choose to calculate your own macros and not follow the meal plan if you want. Get familiar with the meal plan. Get familiar with the recipes. Practice making your seitan. Practice making some of the recipes. Get familiar with the food. The food is the hardest part for anyone to conquer because it requires effort in one go. Like we recommend that for the week, you meal prep on the weekend, Saturday or Sunday, all your meals for the following week. It requires a good 3-hour commitment of time. I'm not even kidding. And that's what most people don't want to do because it's hard. And it's like, oh my God, but you're putting in 3 hours of effort now to save yourself hours and hours and hours and hours of effort and emotional effort and physical effort during the week. So it's worth the investment of your time. So familiarize yourself with the program, familiarize yourself with nutrition. That will be the most important part. And then literally read everything cover to cover and then make your plan. I'm going to do cardio at this time. I'm going to do training at this time. I'm going to do X at this time. This is going to be the show that I'm going to watch. If you plan every single detail meticulously in advance, you cannot fail. The other week, I knew that I had one of the busiest 2 weeks of my life, of my whole year coming up. And I lay in bed one day with my diary and I went through it was a Sunday night. It took me 2 hours to plan my diary for the next 2 weeks. I had to move, change, schedule. I was like, I had literally had to have a list of all the things I had to fit in the next 2 weeks. It was podcast recording and masterclass planning and riding my horses and writing programs and checklisting and meetings. And it was like, and training and everything. And I went through my diary for 2 weeks and it took me 2 hours to plan the next 2 weeks. But it was worth it because every single thing that was important to me got prioritized and got done. I remember Natalie, my assistant, messaging me in the morning. She was like, holy fuck, I just looked at your diary for the day. And she was like, I'm overwhelmed just looking at it. I'm actually going to show you. I'm going to show you guys like what see if I can pull it up here. One of my really, really busy weeks looks like. So anyway, actually, no, I'm going to run through my diary. This is what my diary. So this is one day. Okay. So see from the top to where my finger is, this is one day in my diary. So this is one day. This is another day. This is another day.
So this then the weekend. See the weekend? Nothing much in the weekend. This is what my diary looks like. There's one day of my diary. There's two. This is what my diary looks like every single day. Like, it's insane how busy my diary is, but that's why I get a lot done, because I schedule everything. And I mean everything. Everything in my life is scheduled to a T, to the last minute. And that's how I get everything done. So that's what I would recommend that you do. What else have we got? Let's see. God almighty, there's hundreds and hundreds of comments. Okay, I'm going to go down to the bottom and try and get some of the comments from the bottom. I'm like scrolling. So many of them. Okay, what have we got here? I'm going to show you inside, the program. Loads of you are asking me loads of questions. Questions like this can be asked inside the 4-week shredded body group. Should we split up the 2 hours of cardio in terms of time? No, you shouldn't. So anyone who isn't even intending to join the program, this is going to benefit you too. It takes your body about 15 to 20 minutes to move into the fat burning zone whenever you're doing slow, steady state cardio. So whenever you first start, say, walking on a treadmill, you start walking, right? Your body starts burning muscle glycogen because your body doesn't know that you intend to walk for 60 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever. So your body starts burning muscle glycogen. There's a demand on your muscles, demand on the muscles in your legs, demand on your cardiovascular system. So your body burns the glycogen that is available in your muscles and in your organs, and the sugar that's available in your blood right now. After about 10 minutes, your body goes, oh, hang on a wee second, right? We're still moving. And this is a pretty consistent energy requirement, energy consumption that Kim is utilizing here. So we're going to switch from burning off muscle glycogen because we want to conserve that. Because what if one of Kim's children got caught under a car and she had to lift the car, right? Or she had to run really fast from a tiger. Your body's very primitive. It doesn't understand there are not tigers in everyday life. So your body wants to preserve muscle glycogen in case of emergency. So it switches from burning muscle glycogen as its main energy source to burning fat stores as its main energy source. It takes at least 10 to 15 minutes for your body to do this in slow, steady cardio. So that's why you don't want to split it up, because for the first 15 minutes, you're not even burning fat. After 15 minutes, it switches to burning fat. So if you then do cardio for another 45 minutes, you burn fat the entire time. Now, we have an entire module in Onboarding Week, which teaches you how to calculate your unique fat burning zone. Your unique fat burning zone. Each of us has a unique zone in which we burn body fat. Working below it, you're wasting your time. Working above it, you risk your body releasing cortisol and actually switching off fat burning and burning off muscle tissue for energy. You want to find out your exact fat burning zone. And Laura is going to teach you exactly what to do inside Onboarding Week in the first week. So we want to make sure that you are in your unique fat burning zone. Then you're going to record it either by using, well, I don't have my Apple Watch on today, but either by using some kind of recording device. You're going to record your heart rate. And even if you can't record your heart rate with a tracking device, you're going to do it in the old-fashioned way with 2 fingers on your wrist. Okay, so we're going to teach you how to do that in Onboarding Week. So you're going to absolutely love it. Guys, there's so many questions coming through. So many questions coming through, and so many of you have actually joined the program. Does anyone have questions who hasn't joined the program? Because all of the questions for you who joined the program, it's not that I don't want to answer them here, but like, we have an entire group dedicated to answering your questions, and we're going to be in there answering every single question in lives and Zooms and Q&As and in the group or whatever. So is there anybody here who hasn't joined the program who has a question? Because this is a good one, because I do want to answer those, but I'm also going to show you inside the program. So if Carrie is saying, if not all spots are taken, is the 18th the cutoff date for purchase? I'm having credit card and bank card issues until next week. I'm sorry to hear this, Carrie. So the 18th, the cart will close at midnight on the 17th of September 17th. But honestly, Carrie, we have now sold, I'm going to do another update. Like, it's astonishing how many programs we are selling. I actually need my calculator to work it out, because we have 3 different payment plans. We have a full pay, a 2 pay, and a 6 pay. So we have now sold plus 131 plus we're now up to 471 programs. We're nearly at 500 sales, and we only opened the program a few hours ago. So I genuinely cannot see how we will not sell out, at least within the next 48 hours. We normally sell 1,200 in the first 24 hours. This looks like it's going to hit that amount in the first 24 hours. I genuinely don't think that after Monday there's going to be any spots left. I am so sorry for those of you who are having credit card issues or whatever. And the one thing I would say to you, any of you who are having payment issues, or you're not getting paid until a certain date, or you want us to hold out, if you really, really want this program, find a way to make it happen. And I'm not encouraging anyone to get into debt here. I'm not saying, go take out a new credit card and put it on that. I genuinely think the world is in too much debt as it is. What I would say to you is, if you really want this and you can't have it at the minute because you're having credit card issues or bank issues or whatever, find a way to make it happen. And you know what finding a way to make it happen is going to do? It's going to make you more committed. Because if you really, really want it, you will find a way. And if you don't, you will find an excuse. And there's something that happens whenever you are financially and physically and emotionally committed, is you show up and you make it happen. The more you have on the line, the more likely you are to follow through. So see this as your first challenge. Can I have the difficult conversation with a family member? Can I borrow the money from my mum? Can I call a friend and say, is there any way you could lend me $97 until next week? Because that's all you need to join the program. You just need $97 to make that first payment and you get access to everything. So challenge yourself to see, is there a way that you can find to join it? Because I genuinely would hate for you to miss out. And this is not like a scarcity issue where like, oh, let's say it's 2,000, then we'll open up another 500 spots. We're not. 2,000 is honestly the most that we can cope with in the coaching. Hopefully by now, you know, I'm very genuine. Like, I would never lie to you. I would never create scarcity where there is none. So 2,000 spots is all we can service. We couldn't give you the level of service that we are promising in the groups and in the Zoom calls and in the coaching if it goes over that, because not everybody can make the Zoom calls. So that's why we said 2,000, because only about 10% of people actually ever show up to the Zoom calls live. The rest of them catch the recording. So if you can challenge yourself to make it happen, make it happen. Marta is saying, think outside the box. Where there's a will, there's a way. I like those motivational words, Marta. Oh, yes. And Maya, our customer services manager, is also saying PayPal credit is fantastic and it is on the sales page. Loads of people have taken out PayPal credit. It's not available in Australia to purchase. And they have paid over 12 months. It makes it $43 a month. $43 a month in UK terms is £33 a month. I bet you spent more than that on Starbucks. So here we go. Question. I haven't joined yet. I'm a flexitarian, mostly plant-based, but I do eat some fish and chicken. Is this possible on the plan, or do I have to choose one or the other? It's absolutely possible. We have a non-vegan plan. And loads of my vegan followers have gotten very upset about the fact that we're offering a non-vegan plan. And I've been called all the names of the day. And honestly, I've been so hurt and offended. And I've lost several hours of sleep over it every night. Only joking. I haven't, because whenever people get offended, you know what it means? Nothing about me. It just means that something I have done has triggered something inside of them, and then they want to punish me to make their bad feeling go away. You all learned that this week, yes? So, and also the thing about the non-vegan plan is I have created a non-vegan plan in such a way that it does not in any way compromise the integrity of the company, because I really am that fucking good. So, and cheers to that, right? Cheers to that. Cheers to giving everybody what they want without compromising your integrity. So we do have a non-vegan plan. And now all your curious, like, how has she done that? How has she created a non-vegan plan that doesn't compromise the integrity of the company? Well, you'll just have to join and see. So no, Facebook user, you do not have to give up your flexitarian ways. We have a non-vegan plan. We also have non-vegan coaching with the delectable Mark Getty. I messaged him earlier to tell him how well the first launch had gone. And he was like, they're all just joining because of me, you know? He was like, I'm your local celebrity. I was like, you know what, Mark, you actually are, in fairness. Okay, Leanne, not joined yet, but are the meal plans calculated specifically for each person using their stats? No, the meal plans are generic. They start at a certain calorie count and then they drop each week in order to create the most epic fat loss. The reason why but Leanne, we also have the option where you can calculate your own calories and macros. We give specific calculations for this, step-by-step guide of how to do it, and then you can create your own meal plan if that's important to you. The reason why we don't create generic or personalized meal plans is, first of all, we couldn't possibly give 2,000 people a personalized meal plan for $497. Just wouldn't be possible. We wouldn't have the bandwidth to do it. Secondly, we have sold 500,000 programs over 7 years. And we know that the majority of people, because the calorie counts are so precise on our programs, the 99% of people get epic results with them. The only people that we don't recommend to follow our meal plans are people who are very, very low on body fat already. And I mean like 15 to 18%, maybe not even 18, but 15%. So someone who is looking for that precise body fat loss for maybe standing on stage. Those are the only people that we don't recommend who follow the calorie a macro counted meal plans. But if they did follow them, they would still get epic results. But it's just for people who want more precision, then they can work out their own calories and macros. But we couldn't possibly do generic meal plans for everybody. I haven't joined yet. I'm still on the fence. I signed up once before and I really struggle to organize myself. ADHD causes many squirrel moments. I totally get this. And I don't even really know what advice to offer you other than if you don't even really need, if organizing yourself is the hardest thing, then don't even worry about organizing yourself. Maybe your first step is just showing up to the coaching calls. Maybe your first step for the next 4 weeks isn't organizing yourself. Maybe your first step is fortifying yourself with the emotional tools that you need in order to get to the stage where you organize yourself. Don't let that be the thing that stops you. Like if you can't organize yourself and you really can't get there, maybe you're missing something before that. So maybe you're missing resources, some emotional component or some understanding of what it takes in order to get there. But then the other thing I want to tell you is I have created schedules, right? Or schedules, however you call them in America, which is literally step by step for people who want to train in the morning or someone who wants to train before work and someone who wants to train after work. And this is literally 5 a.m. or whatever time I did, such and such time, wake up, get out of bed, get in the car, do your cardio, drive to the gym. I've allowed for times to drive to the gym, drive to work, eat your lunch, take your supplements. Like I have gone like every single minute is accounted for in the day. I've created those specific timelines as part of the program. So I've done all the thinking for you. You don't even have to get yourself organized. We have one-click shopping lists for all the supplements, for all the stuff you need for your meal plans. You literally click the button. It takes you to an Amazon shopping cart in your country. And then you click add to cart, add to cart, add to cart, add to cart, whatever you want to add to your cart. It is a done for you resource in every single way. Even protein powder. Can't find our protein powder, can't use our protein powder, doesn't deliver in your country. Not my protein powder, but our recommended one. We have protein powders linked to the sales pages of the protein powders. They're actually on Amazon. All of the protein powders that fit the same macros of the protein powder we recommend. We have them for Australia, New Zealand, Canada, America, UK, Ireland, Europe, you name it. No matter where you are in the world, we have a protein powder that's going to suit you. No more searching or hunting or asking, does this work or does this work or does this fit or what should I use? It's all done for you. Gluten-free, soy-free, vegan, non-vegan meal plans. Workouts for those who can't squat, workouts for those who have injuries. In fact, you know what I'm going to do, right? There's so many of you on here, and I know loads of you are now waiting for the giveaway at the end, which is epic. But here is what I am going to do. I am going to show you. I'm going to show you what's inside the program. Okay. Sorry if you've already seen this or if you've already got it. But I do think it's important because there are so many people who have not seen what's inside the program. So I'm going to show you now what is inside the program. So here we go. Hopefully you guys can see. So this is the 4-week Shredded Body Challenge for those of you who have not purchased. I have helped more than 500,000 women successfully sculpt their bodies. I'm going to show you what has been possible over the last, in 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks and longer. So as you can see, they have achieved massive results. So here are some of the women who have been either on 8-week programs, 4-week programs, or slightly longer programs. Vidette there that you can see in the top left, she started with the shred. She's now in a longer program. You can see some of the most, Beth there in the blue underwear. That was her stage condition. She stood on stage. She looked amazing. She was actually too big for bikini. Whenever she competed, she was training for bikini and she ended up being too big for bikini, too muscular for bikini. And then you have Amelia there. That's her bottom left-hand corner. That's Amelia. That's her 8-week progress, right? 8-week progress. So Tracy here in our summer shred program, which was all training from home, doing like follow-along workouts with Laura. There was no gym program in this. She lost 22 pounds in 4 weeks. Anne lost 13.6 pounds in 4 weeks. Claire lost 9 pounds in 4 weeks. And you should see the shape she's in now. Claire is just getting leaner and leaner and leaner. She is on a journey and she looks amazing. Courtney lost 23 pounds in 4 weeks. Look at her stomach. Isn't it phenomenal? Like 23 pounds in only 4 weeks. And this was all, by the way, this was all home training. There was no gym training in this. This was all body weight at home. Carlene lost a staggering 55 pounds in 12 weeks. Look at the difference in her stomach. 55 pounds. That is what can happen if you just show up for yourself. Now look at Rosie here. In 8 weeks, Rosie went from this. She looks beautiful. We love her. But holy God, look at her now. And she said, so many mixed emotions. Were my pictures enough? Did I do enough? Am I enough? Well, the answer to all the above is yes. I was born enough and nothing has changed that. This has been a roller coaster ride to say the least, but I know I left my soul on the floor and I gained back a life I thought I had lost. Look at her. From there to there. Let's see it again. From there to there. Like amazing. Absolutely amazing. So we have some other members here who did epic things. This is Claire on the left. Her journey has been now, I think this was over about a year, these two pictures. She went from being obese to standing on stage as a bikini competitor. She looks incredible. I can't remember this girl's name on the right. I apologize if she's watching this live, but epic results, as you can see, in only 4 weeks, those results were done. This is a 20-week transformation. One of the other members of our program, I should have written her name down. I apologize that I didn't. Kudos to you, whoever you are. If you're watching this, I hope you are. We love you. You're amazing. Look at the transformation in 20 weeks. Now, Alex has been on a journey with us since 2020. So this was Alex on the 17th of the 8th, 2020 on the left. That was actually her, I think that was last year. I don't even think that was this year, the picture in the pink top. But Woody is here now, right? So this was her in 2020 on the left. And then, oh, there it is there, 2021. So the picture in the pink top is her in 2021. So Alex has yo-yoed quite a lot. She's committed and she's done really well. And then she falls off the wagon a bit. And then she commits and she does really well. And then she falls off the wagon. This is what most people's journey looks like. They go up and then they go down, but they don't go down to where they were before. Then they go up a little bit and then they go down. Then they go up a little bit and then they go down. Then they go up a little bit. So they're actually still moving up. They're just going a little bit up and down. That's how most people's journeys look. Most people's journey looks. Alex refused to give up, and just look at her now. There was her in 2021 on the right. Okay. That was her in 2023 on the left in the black. That was her in March 2023. And that's her now on the right. So that was 24 weeks after starting the Extreme Body Makeover program. And we are so proud of her. Like, honestly, Alex is one of our most committed, persistent members. We absolutely love her. No matter what life throws at her, she just keeps on going. There's so many photos I could show you. Like, we have we have thousands of transformation photos, but I just wanted to show you what is possible. Look at Risha here, bottom, one from the right on the bottom beside Susan. So Susan, she lost like 40 pounds, I think, in 8 weeks, and she won, no, not 40 pounds, 30 pounds, I think it was it was, I know, 12 weeks. I think it was 40 pounds in 12 weeks, 42 pounds in 12 weeks. She won $20,000. Risha there, set beside Susan in the pink bikini. I don't know what Risha lost, but Risha lost an enormous amount of weight as well. It's done incredible things. So what if I told you I could guarantee your success? Excuse me. But wait, there's more. I want to pay you, let me take a drink of champagne, $10,000 a week to complete this program. $10,000 a week. That's what I'm offering with this program. Every single week, we're going to choose someone who's made the biggest transformation that week to win $10,000. And we are going to give them the $10,000. Week 1 is going to get it in week 2. We're going to announce the winner every Thursday. I think it's every Thursday. So every Thursday, we're going to announce the winner. So in week 2, week 1 will get 10,000. The winner from week 1 will get 10,000. In week 3, the winner from week 2 will get 10,000. So you get £10,000 a week. So even if you only do 1 week, and then the next week you take a break, and then you give it your all for another week, it's transformation week by week. We've done this to keep you motivated week by week, because most of you fall off the wagon if it's too long. So here's what you get when you enroll in the program. I want you to really listen, okay? Because this is like truly, truly epic. A super simple, easy to read and digest PDF download. Here you'll find each of the 4 weeks broken down step by step with every single detail you'll need. You get every workout plan you'll ever need. Gym, barbells and dumbbells, minimal equipment, can't squat injury plan for those with knee or back injuries. And also, we are now creating a shoulder injury program. You get all the workouts with your purchase. All of them. There's going to be 5 of them. Okay. You get 5 workouts with your purchase. You get meal plans for every diet: vegan, soy-free, gluten-free, non-vegan. You get all the meal plans with your purchase. You don't have to choose one. You get all of them. You get a private members only Facebook group, which is exactly the same as this Facebook group, except with less people. So more attention, I guess, more one-to-one attention with you or for you. Every week in the group, we have live Q&As as well as all of the Zoom coaching calls. But wait, there's even more. I'm so invested in your success. I wanted to think of every possible reason why you may fail on this program, and I wanted to give you the tools to make sure it doesn't happen. So with your investment at no extra cost to you, I'm going to send you these epic resources. I apologize to anyone who's been through this masterclass, been through this presentation earlier. I am going to go back to doing another Q&A after this, but I just wanted to make sure that anyone who missed earlier got a chance to see this. So I apologize if I'm going over this again and you've already joined or this is not interesting for you. It's going to take me about another 10 minutes. So anyone who wants to tune out for 10 minutes and come back, totally okay. Here's what you get when you join. You get a checklist for your gym program, checklist for your home gym, checklist for home. This is every piece of equipment you're going to need to complete the program for all of these workouts. You get a checklist for your personal equipment for completing the program. Never shown up to a gym before, never done a gym program, not sure what you're going to need. This has everything you're going to need. Everything from your workout equipment and your socks and your water bottles and your meal prep containers to your playlists and your earphones. We have it all covered. You get a PDF guide of what is the best low steady state cardio for fat loss. We rank them in order. Here's what you choose for best fat loss. Here's next, here's next, here's next, here's next. Here's the level you should go at. Here's the intensity you should go at. Here's everything you need to know. It's all in there. You get a printable PDF daily wall planner for checking off your cardio. This is your failure chart. It's wonderful. This is where you get to see your daily failures so you know where your limitations are so you can fix them. Every single day on the chart, it has like a whole list across for the day. So you check off your first meal, your second meal, your cardio, your training, your water. So you get to see what you did week to week. The weeks where you were committed, the weeks where you were less committed, the days where you were more committed, the days where you were less committed. Every day you don't check it off. You get to look at what was my missing resource? Was it physical? Was it emotional? Was it in thought? How can I do better next time? How can I succeed next time? You get a PDF guide for supplements. You get a PDF guide for your binge-worthy Netflix or Prime series that you can watch during cardio. You get podcast playlists for your cardio, for your walking. You get a PDF guide on how to take your before and after photos for your competition entries. You get Amazon one-click shopping lists for bulk purchase ingredients. This is a game changer. In every single shopping list, you literally click the link, it takes you to Amazon, and you go add to basket, add to basket, add to basket. There's no more searching. There's no more saying, should I get magnesium citrate or should I get magnesium sulfate or should I get this or should I get that or which one? It's all there for you. All our recommended supplements, ingredients, it's all there for you. One click, everything. Protein powder recommendation guide. I talked about it earlier. Gym and nutrition scheduling guide. This is literally 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m. for if you like to train in the morning or in the afternoon. How to dine out when dieting guide. We don't want you to not have fun whenever you're doing the program. So we give you specific instructions on how to still go out and enjoy time with your friends without going off your diet. You also get our how to apply the perfect tan guide as well, because you are going to want to tan your body and show it off if you're white like me whenever you start to make epic changes. But wait, that is not all. I'm going to fly through these because I know many people have still seen this. But it's so important to see what you get with this program. When you join the 4-week Shredded Body Challenge, it will be my pleasure to add all these bonuses to your order completely free of charge. How to get started. 5 interactive live Zoom sessions, sessions inside the Facebook group showing you how to make seitan, how to track your heart rate, you're going to come into my kitchen with me and I'm going to show you how to meal prep and plan. I'm going to do a live session with you next week. Can't even remember what the rest of them are, like how to stay motivated and committed, I think, with Mark Getty and Laura. We have an onboarding party next week of Zoom calls and lives and Q&As. It's going to be so much fun. Not next week, the week after, start 17th. I'm going to be doing a live weekly Q&A every week on Zoom. So you think this is good? You get to listen to me here on the computer. From the 17th, you're going to get to listen to me every single Monday in a Zoom call. We get to talk in person on Zoom call. I'm going to help you with everything you're struggling with, anything and everything you're struggling with. You get to ask me questions live. Then we have other small group Zoom coaching calls with my other best coaches, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all at different times. So even if you're in a weird time zone or a different time zone, you can still catch the lives. We've tried to make them as accessible as possible. And if you can't make it live, you can catch the replay. Okay, what else do you get? Small group Zoom coaching with Mark Getty, okay? For non-vegans. First time ever that we have offered non-vegan coaching with Mark Getty. This is unbelievable. This is like a little huddle And of course, the vegans are welcome to join. Anyone can join because you're not going to want to miss Mark's coaching call. It's epic. But this is a no holds barred coaching call where anything goes. It won't just be about non-vegan products. You can ask Mark about training, about motivation, about mindset, about anything to do with the program. It's an open floor Q&A with Mark every single week. Camille Pariat, one of the best bikini Olympia athletes in the world, did an exclusive interview with Laura on how to shred fat over 40. It's not available anywhere else. You will never have heard this before. You get it with your purchase. Ultimate 28-Day Abs. This is a program that retails on our website for $97. Do you want to sculpt abs? Add this to your program. These are I think they're 8-minute workouts that you do every day. I can't remember how long they are, but they're super short workouts. Might be 30 minutes. Can't remember. Laura will tell me. Short workouts that you do every single day to build your abs during this program. You get it free with your purchase. But that's not all. You also get the self-sabotage series. Do you sabotage yourself? Well, join this series that I taught, which is exactly like what you've received this week in the group, exactly the same kind of teaching, all about self-sabotage. Yours free with the program. Wonder what you're going to do after the 4 weeks? I sound like a salesperson now, don't I? Like I'm on autopilot. I just get so excited. I can't believe every time I go through this that we're giving away so much. We're giving you the Extreme Body Makeover program. It's a 6-month program, a 6-month bodybuilding program. So if you're like, oh, well, Kim, what am I going to do after the 4 weeks? You're going to go into the Extreme Body Makeover program. You get access to the private Facebook group, not until after next week. Loads of you are joining the group today. You don't get access until after next week because they're just finishing up their competition. But you get access to the private Facebook group. You get access to the full 6-month program, all the training, all the meal plans, all the coaching replays, everything. It's all yours with this program. This retails on my website at $997. That's the price of it, and it's yours for free. And with that, we're throwing in EBM TV, which is where you get 24 hours of coaching calls with me and Mark Getty and Laura Hutchinson, where it's like podcast episodes. Mark and I sat in my office and we just talked about everything to do with bodybuilding for 24 hours, and it's yours for free with the program. But that's not all. This is actually the best part of the program. If you're not sold by how much we're giving you with this program, then please know this. This is my 100% satisfaction guarantee. If at any time during the program, you do not feel that the level of value and service we are giving you, understand this is not you haven't lost a certain amount of weight or you don't have to prove to us that you followed the program. If at any time you do not feel that the level of value and service we are giving you is worth what we are charging, we will give you a no questions asked refund, and Kim and her team will personally coach you for an additional 4 weeks after the program has ended. It's a no risk investment. I am doing the coaching. The only reason why I wrote Kim and her team is if I'm not available for some reason, then you'll get Laura or you'll get Mark. If you don't feel the value we are offering is worth it, within the next 4 weeks of the program starting, you write to us, we give you a no questions asked refund, and we will send you the link to your first coaching call with me. I will personally coach you to success. Do you know what that is worth? Do you know the value of my time? I would not give this guarantee if I did not think that this program worked. That is my personal guarantee for you. Okay, so if you were to purchase this program, if you were to purchase all the parts singly, we added it all up. I think it was more than $11,000, but I just put $11,000 in here because I don't know how much it was, but it was slightly more. The investment would be $11,000. That's what you would have to pay to get every single part of this separately. But you can get the full program and all the bonuses today for $97. As soon as that $97 payment clears, you get full access to everything. And you will have 5 more payments to follow if you take this option. You have 3 different ways to pay. You can pay in full, you can pay in 2 installments of $274, or you can pay in 6 installments of $97. Now, here's a special bonus that I've decided to offer only for people on the call. And that's why I wanted to go through this series again, okay? Because I want to make sure you get this. Anyone who signs up today, so I said before 9 a.m. to UK time tomorrow, okay? Which is 4 a.m. Eastern time. Anyone who signs up before 9 a.m. tomorrow will get sent a link in an email to a small group Zoom coaching call with me. A private, exclusive, extra to the program Zoom coaching call with me. Only people who pay in full. I want to reward the people who are willing to put the money on the line. And I want to meet you in person actually as well. So I'm going to do a Zoom coaching call for anyone who signs up using the full pay link by 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Like I mentioned earlier, you can use PayPal credit to purchase. PayPal credit means it's not available in Australia, I don't think, but it's available everywhere else in the world. You go to PayPal's website, you apply for PayPal credit. It's very easy to get. They put the money in your PayPal account. You come back to our website, you use that money to purchase, and then you pay PayPal $43 American dollars a month on average for 12 months. That makes it about, I think it was about 37 pounds a month. I think I worked it out as earlier. 34 pounds a month, UK. That's how much it works out at. Now beware, numbers are capped. I'm going to check how many sales we have now. Numbers are capped at 2,000 members, okay? 2,000 members. We normally sell 1,200 programs in the first 24 hours, 12 or 1,300, I can't remember. Once we cap out at 2,000, the program's closed. And we can't offer the coaching that we're offering if we go over 2,000. We have now currently sold, we only opened this 4 hours ago, just under 4 hours ago. And we have now sold 487 programs. We're nearly at 500 programs and we only opened it 3 hours ago. So genuinely, if you are considering this, do not wait because you will miss out. And we have no plans to run it again. Not this specific program. We won't run this specific program again. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm going to go back to a Q&A now, by the way. 3, 2, 1, go. thesculptedvegan.com. That's where you go to purchase the program. There's only 2,000 spots available. But if you have a question that you want to ask, either go to the website and jump on live chat. We have every single person in the team on live chat answering your questions, or go to support@thesculptedvegan.com and send in an email and somebody will be there to answer your question on email. We have the entire team on hand, literally this entire weekend, to make sure that your questions are answered. I want to make sure that you make the right decision for you. If you have any question whatsoever, is this right for me? I want you to go on to live chat, or I want you to go to the website and I want you to ask the question. Okay. Now I just want to show you what you get as soon as you join the program. We have done this completely differently. So for those of you who have joined before or who have done a program before, one of the biggest gripes is that people can't find their stop screen. People can't find their PDFs. So a lot of people write to us and they say, you know, oh my God, I can't find my downloads, can't find my PDFs. So we've done something completely differently this time. Whenever you join the program, you get sent access to a password protected page. And you're going to find every single thing that you need for the program on this page. So you never need to worry about losing your PDFs ever again. As soon as you purchase, you get access to this page. Everything you need is on this page. You can come back to it time and time and time again. So all you have to do is click on these and it opens everything you need. So you click on these and this then downloads these into your computer or your phone. This is where you join the Facebook group. This is all of the details of your calls. So it has all of the details of every single call, here's all the different things you get here in the top bit. These are all the lives that are happening starting September 17th or September 18th, sorry. How to train to failure even if you don't have a spotter. It's a live video in my gym. How to batch cook, portion and store food. That's with me in my kitchen. Laura's going to do it with me. How to stay consistent and disciplined with Laura and Mark. How to track heart rate for maximum fat burning. That's with Laura as well. And how to make seitan. That's a live demo with my private chef in my kitchen. That's all happening next week. And then you have all of your resources here, all of your checklists. You literally download them, boom, they're there. And you're like, oh, I'm on the treadmill. I need a show to watch. Let me see what Kim's got for me. You go here, you download it. And then all of your additional bonuses are here. You literally just click on any of these and they downloads them immediately. So you never have to worry about losing all of your PDFs. They are all here. It's honestly, absolutely and utterly phenomenal. I can't even tell you how much work has gone into this. And then I want to give you a wee sneak preview of this because you guys are going to love this. So look at this. This is what the PDFs look like. This is our protein recommendation PDF. Look at all of the different proteins that we recommend. All of these links are clickable. So if you click on all of these links, they will take you to wherever you need to go. There's Australia, New Zealand, there's US and Canada. and there is UK and Europe. So this is how comprehensive we have gone into this no fail program. You literally cannot fail to succeed on this program. It is honestly the most comprehensive program we have ever done. And I can't believe how long it took me to go through everything you get in the program. Okay, so I'm going to take some more questions for you guys here. Oh my goodness, there's like, I don't know how many comments there are in this. Now, don't forget, I'm going to be doing a giveaway very shortly. I'm going to be doing a giveaway for a one-to-one program. I'm going to take another wee slug of champagne. It's so warm here in Belfast today. I'm like expiring. I'm actually going to open my door just to let a bit of air through because my window's open. So trying to let a wee bit of airflow through. Going to take some questions from anybody who is considering the program or just any other questions that you have. Just throw them in here. I love giving you my time. What else have we got? Right, let's see. Question. I didn't get the link for the exclusive Zoom call. Okay, no, it's coming later. So this was only something I decided to do today. My team honestly will tell you, like, I am so funny. I always decide to do things at the very last minute. So because this would have taken a little bit of time to set up, we are going to, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., we are going to, from Samcart, we're going to download all of the people who've purchased in full, and then we are going to upload those emails to our email list, and we're going to send you all the link to the Zoom call. So it's coming tomorrow morning, so don't worry if you haven't received it yet. Here we go. Tamara, do I need to download everything right away? Bookmark the page on my home screen. That's good enough. That's 100% good enough. You don't need to download everything right away. That link is yours forever. If you go to that page in a year, it will still have all of the bonuses, all of the stuff that you need. You absolutely do not need to download everything straight away. Jan is asking, how long does it take for the Wonder Shake to be delivered to the US? I'm pretty sure it comes within like a day or two. They have, because of the amount of business we give them, they actually have a dedicated warehouse in America. So I think it's like 24 hours, 48 hours. It's really, really, really super simple. You guys are saying you really have thought of everything. I have thought of everything, Catherine, but this is what comes from having 7 years of experience of coaching women and seeing all their struggles and all their limitations. I really genuinely have thought of everything. And I am so happy. So happy with what we've created. You have no idea, honestly. Okay, what else have we got? Any more questions? I'll go to the bottom and see what else we have got. Oh, I love this. Alicia is saying, I am in. Long journey ahead for me. God knows I need more than 4 weeks. Need to lose 35 pounds. But here's the thing, Alicia, you can, and this is my 45th-year-old birthday. I don't know whether you mean it's your birthday today, same as Maya, or whether it's your birthday soon. But anyway, happy birthday. You have 35 pounds to lose. You could lose 20 of them in the next 4 weeks. And then you've only got 15 to lose. And then you can lose that in Extreme Body Makeover. You're not going to fail. You're going to show up to these 4 weeks. You're going to do epic. And then we're going to set another goal for you. And you're going to continue with that goal. And we're going to keep coaching you while you achieve your goal. Okay. We never leave people hanging. We always give them something that they can move into so they can keep moving forward. So don't worry. After the end of the 4 weeks, we totally got you. We absolutely 100% got you. And by the way, if anybody joins live on the call, now we did have, like I said, 400 people join live earlier. So anybody who joins live on the call, I'm going to shout your name out, actually. Oh my goodness. So, right. Okay. We've had loads of you join live on the call. I'm going to call out your names. Anybody who joins live on the call gets their name called out. We have Darlene Fontaine, Terry McCarran, Maria DePalo. We have Lucy Niquette. We have Caroline McCabe, Donna Redden, Hereldria Ferreria. We have Kathy Dangov, Rachel Nichols, Amber Neal, Sarah McKnight, Jan Bugby, Rema Della Victoria. We have Gina. You're really challenging me with these names. Zaghami. We have Mandy Smith, Tammy Higgins, Kerry Milne, Deborah Phillips, Liz Pemberton, Amy Bird, Sarah Van Coops Bush, Karen Armour, Lisa Melick, Charlene Anglin, Nicole Merkel, Sheila Early, Tanya Massey, Jennifer McKeon, Lucero Garcia, Erling Clark Simmons, Cindy Adame, Nina Sidhu, Vivan Colette, Trina Rousel, Ellen Hawks, Anne Barron, Courtney Walker. I'm getting to the bottom, I promise. Alicia Campos, Fran Taylor, Alicia Erickson, Zoe Bonham, Naila Mick, MZIK. Hopefully the Z is silent. Alison Araya, Diliana Birenzivia, Loretta Wilkin Van Straten, listen to me butchering all your names. Gladys Camus, Christina Cote, Sarah Hayes, Susan King, Karen Olson, Mandy Hollett, and Cecilia Rouse. And you know what? We have 52, another 52 of you have joined live. There are so many of you joining. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to be able to call out everybody's names. I want to take the questions rather than calling out everyone's names. I wasn't expecting to have so many people join live. You guys are just amazing, honestly. You're just phenomenal. Thank you so much for trusting me, and welcome to the program. Honestly, welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. I'm not going to let you fail. I swear to God. Hopefully, you know that by now, after these 5 days, Kim Constable does not disappoint. Kim Constable delivers on every single thing that I say I will deliver on, because over deliver is my middle name. It genuinely is. I have more motivation in my little finger than most people have in their whole bodies. I always say I suffer from too much motivation. That is my problem. So what else have we got? Any more questions? Anybody have a question that they need to ask before I do the one-to-one? I'm going to do the one-to-one calls now. So Leanne is saying, I've got fibro. Loads of our members have fibro. My symptoms have improved massively doing Extreme Body Makeover. I love hearing this, Leanne. I've had to slow start and rest more at the beginning, but I've reduced my pain meds, have more energy, and feel better in myself. This just warms my heart. Leanne, you have showed up for yourself. Genuinely, I am so blessed to have you as part of the program. Congratulations on your success. Well done for showing up for yourself. Genuinely, you guys really, really just make me so proud. You really, really, really make me so proud. Okay. Charlie is asking, how do you get past letting yourself down? So often I just get angry at myself and shut down. The work you've provided and the whys and why nots have greatly helped. And I wonder, what's your trick? The thing is, if you get angry at yourself and shut down, usually we use anger because it feels powerful. So the reason why people get angry is because it's a very strong emotion. So whenever we feel very weak, or we feel vulnerable, or we feel scared, quite often we use anger as a way to make ourselves feel strong again. So if you get angry at yourself, what you're doing it for one of two reasons. Usually it could be something else, but usually one of two reasons. Either you're trying to scare yourself, or beat yourself up, or force yourself into doing what you know you need to do, or you are using it as a way to let yourself off the hook. It's usually one of those two things. But my question would be, why would you need to get angry at yourself? Why would you not just recognize that you failed? You'd be like, I had a failure. What's my missing resource? And how do I move on? Why would you choose anger? Because anger isn't something that just happens to you. Anger is a choice that you make. So what I would ask you to ask yourself is, why choose anger? Why does it serve you to choose anger? And what would be the downside of just letting the anger go? What would be the downside of looking for the missing resource rather than getting angry at yourself? Is it beating you better than a non-beaten you? Quite often we beat ourselves up thinking that we're going to achieve something, thinking that in some way it's going to make us better or stronger or show up for ourselves. But if you continually choose it and it's not making you show up for yourself, then why do you continue to choose it? Sometimes self-flagellation feels good. So it's a way that we comfort ourselves. That's another reason why people use anger. We use it as a way to comfort ourselves. So I don't show up for myself. I feel bad, and now I'm going to punish myself as a way to comfort myself. It feels weird, but if you try it on, it sounds weird, but if you try it on, it is quite often what people do. We use anger. And another reason why people use it, I come up with 4 now, but I said there was 2. Another reason why people use anger is because if I'm angry at myself, then you can't be angry at me, because I'm already angry at myself. So it's a way to deflect being held accountable by other people. But why would you need to be angry at yourself? Why would you not just look at the failure, look at what the missing resource is, and then give yourself the missing resource, or find the missing resource and move on? That's a way that you get over it. Stop using anger to try to control yourself and start looking for the missing resource. Okay, guys, I am going to choose somebody to win a one-to-one call. And because Laura is the most important in the company, I am going to choose a winner to receive a one-to-one call with Laura Hutchinson first. Are you guys ready? So earlier on, what I did was I'm just going to scroll up and down. So I have all of the comments here on the right-hand side because I'm using StreamYard to broadcast this. So I'm going to scroll up and down the comments. So what I do is I just spin up and down them. So there's hundreds and hundreds go up and down at every time. So I'm going to spin up and down the comments, right? And whoever's comment comes up first, Laura's going to shout out stop in a minute. And whenever she shouts stop, whoever's comment is at the top is the person who's going to win the one-to-one call with Laura. Okay, so I'm spinning. And whenever Laura's ready, she's going to shout stop. Stop. And it is Kathy O'Neill. Kathy O'Neill. You have won the one-to-one call with Laura. And she says, I have a question about the soy-free meal plan. Why does it have tofu and soy milk? It shouldn't have tofu and soy milk in the soy-free meal plan. We'll have to check that in case it does, Kathy. I apologize. Maybe it's been uploaded into the wrong place, but it shouldn't. So anyway, we will check that. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. Kathy O'Neill, you have won a one-to-one session with Laura. The team is going to reach out to you and we're going to check that just to make sure that the wrong meal plan hasn't been uploaded. And the team are going to reach out to you and you're going to book your one-to-one call with Laura. Okay. So we are now going to do the one-to-one call with Mark. Okay. So who is going to shout out? Just somebody, whenever they're ready, shout out stop. Woo! Okay. That was very, and we have Bianca. Bianca Schwartz is saying, I'm shocked the internet hasn't stopped with this. Well, we had to increase the bandwidth on our website to put up with the people, to be honest. So Bianca, you have won a one-to-one coaching session with Mark Getty. Congratulations. If you want to say, yay, I'm here in the comments and then give us your email address, the team are going to reach out to you to arrange that. And I'm now going to give away a one-to-one coaching call with me. Who's excited? Okay, you ready? Cross your fingers. And somebody from the team shout stop. And it is Sarah Jane Atkin. She says, Laura Hutchinson, cross my heart. Sarah Jane, you didn't get Laura, you got me. I hope that's an okay substitute. Sarah Jane Atkin, Aiken, sorry, I think it's pronounced. You are the winner of the one-to-one coaching call with me. Congratulations. If you just let us know that you're here in the comments. I'm so sorry to anybody who did not win. Thank you so much for showing up here today. Thank you for all of your questions. Thank you for all of your time. I'm just going to do a wee close here now because we have been going for an hour and 20 minutes. And honestly, I've been talking now solidly for, I think, a good 4 hours today. Even if you didn't win the one-to-one, guys, if you are going to be in this is the end of our time together here in the 5-day body makeover. I'm still going to be here in the comments all weekend. So if you have anything, one last minute question you want to ask me or something you want to check in, by all means, post it in the group. I'm going to be in the comments and in the Facebook posts in this free group all weekend. So you've still got time to, get access to me and to the coaches. If you have any questions whatsoever about the 4-week shredded body, write into support@thesculptedvegan.com or hop on live chat on the website. The whole team is on live chat now to answer your questions. And if you're in the 4-week shredded body, make sure you join that Facebook group. The party has already started. We've been in there answering all the questions, chatting to everybody, getting the party started. But let me just say, before I go, I just want to give a final heartfelt thank you to each and every one of you who has shown up here, who has made this one of the best weeks of my life. Genuinely, this is going to go down in history as one of the best weeks of my life. This period of time in this last 4 months has been so significant for me in so many reasons, but not least creating the content for this 5-day body challenge, seeing what you guys were missing and then delivering it to you and hoping on a wing and a prayer it was what you needed. And then seeing the way that you connected to it, loved it, took it on, did the challenges. And whether you join the 4-week shredded body challenge or not, please know this. Me and my whole team are here for you. Whether or not you ever purchase anything from us, we have a free group called the Sculpted Vegan Insiders. You can get free coaching in there every single day. There is no need to even purchase a program. My coaches are in there every day. The entire team is in there every day. We have so many resources on our website, free programs, $4 programs, $17 programs, $97 programs, right up to $1,000 programs. It's all there for you. And even if you never choose to purchase a program from the Sculpted Vegan, please know that I appreciate you and your time and your attention and the fact that you showed up here for yourself so much. And I am still going to continue to give away so much free content to connect with you all to love you all so damn hard, because honestly, you don't love yourselves enough. So I hope that if I just love you a wee bit harder, then you might love yourselves a wee bit more, because truly that is what is at the core of every single thing that I teach and everything that I do. It's really all about self-love. And if we really all just loved ourselves a little bit more, all of the problems that we suffer from would disappear. We would show up for ourselves every day because we would be worth it. And we would keep our word to ourselves because we're worth it. And we wouldn't lie to ourselves and pretend that we're going to get up in the morning when we know damn well we're not, because we would know that breaking our inner word is death to anything we want to achieve in life. And if you want more of what I've taught here and you don't subscribe to my podcast yet, go to the Kim Constable podcast. There are hundreds of hours of what you've gotten here this week in that podcast. So there's so much more where this came from. I hope you continue on your journey with me. I hope I can continue to inspire you as much as you inspire me. And I just want to say before I go, a very, very, very heartfelt thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for showing up here every day this week and giving it your all. And welcome to every single person who has continued on this journey with me in the 4-week Shredded Body Challenge. And to those of you who aren't or don't intend to, I hope that I will see you again in another challenge in the future, and that we will continue to be on this journey together as women and as sisters, even if you never spend any money with me. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you to my team, all of you, every single one of you, everyone here in the office. Woo! And thank you to all of the ones in America who aren't here in the office, who are missing the champagne and the celebrations. I love you all so much. I'm always afraid to mention names in case I miss somebody, because my brain isn't working properly. So I'm not going to call out everyone's name. Literally, I should have a wee list here of everyone's name. But thank you to every single one of you. You know who you are. Everyone who contributed and toiled and worked nights and bust their ass to make this happen. Especially, I have a big shout out goes to Laura and Jamie, really, who besides me took on the lion's share of the work to create this program. So special shout out to you guys. You are amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, guys. I love you so much. Somebody's saying, let's see the board. Deborah's saying, let's see the board. Do you want to see the board before I go? Okay, hang on. I'm going to show you the board before I go. Oh, need to unplug. We started writing on it. For those of you who are like, what's the board? So we have a board for all of the members. We started writing on it earlier. We don't have all the names on, do we? No? How many do we have on? Look, the team are all sitting. Hi, working away. It's Maya's birthday, so we have flowers and things. So this is the board. We started writing on it, but we don't have it. We don't have all the names on here yet, but we're getting there, and we're definitely going to run out of space because but we're just going to start writing really, really small. But yeah, there we are. There's the board, and I'm going to keep updating the board all weekend and updating you guys all weekend too. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I love you all. This has been absolutely epic, and we'll see you all again soon. But I'm going to be in the group this weekend, and if you have a question, write in to support a Sculpt a Vegan. But otherwise, have an awesome weekend, awesome rest of the day wherever you are, and I'll speak to you all soon. Love you all so much. Talk to you soon. Bye. Bye.